Your niche, it's you, and I want to share with you how I've built a business by simply being myself. You see, so many people are so focused on business tactics and strategies, thinking that that is the formula to making it work, but they forget the most important part of it, which is your identity, the person that you show up to others. That is what really attracts your tribe. But there's a catch to this. So many people, they're trying to be something that they are not because they believe that that's what's going to bring clients. But all you're doing, you're limiting yourself. Now, I'm not saying that this is not going to work for you. It has worked for many people, and it has even worked for me in the past. I used to put up an image of the business coach, and I've got this incredible framework that it is bulletproof, which it kind of is. But here's the problem that I was facing. I was working really hard to be seen as a business coach when I was way more than just a business coach. And I was working really hard to fit in into a niche when I could help so many other people. So I believe that the path to find a niche and to have an authentic business where you're not limiting yourself or limiting what you do is just simply step into your full authentic self and really what you're here to do. In my case, I realized that I'm not here to be just a business coach. I'm a spiritual teacher. I love spirituality. And I understand that that is the number one fundamental piece that connects everything else in this human existence that we live. So once I accepted this, I allow myself to be seen as a spiritual teacher and as a business mentor, which is both things that I am and I can do. And by simply being the embodiment of what I do, I started to attract people that resonate with me because of my lifestyle, the things that I do, and who I am. It's so much easier to attract people that simply like who you are as a person, especially when you are the most authentic self. The second piece that you need to understand is that the stories that you tell will attract the people that you want to work with. So many people are telling stories that are so irrelevant, and even worse, they're telling stories that are bringing the wrong type of clients, aka the type of clients that they don't want to work with, energetically doesn't feel aligned. So I will give you an example on my own journey so you can understand this. For the longest period of time, I would talk about stories when I was completely broke and I had no money in the bank and I was living in Bali and I had no plan B and I gotta pull that off. And then I started transitioning into the business, and the business I created, I worked with clients in advertising, yada yada, and now I'm making over $10,000 per month, blah blah, you know that story. That was my real story. But here's the thing. By me talking so often about when I had no money, I had a zero in the bank, and I had no plan B, I was attracting so many people that had zero money, nothing in the bank, they have no plan B, and they gotta pull it off. Sometimes they would jump on a call when they had no money to invest, and I would find a way to help them out. And sometimes they would be able to invest in themselves through, some savings or someone that's helping them to grow their business. But they would start this business from such an energy of scarcity and lack that was really hard to work with those clients, especially because they were investing their last penny on this. So they were completely outsourcing their success to me. Now, it is what it is. Some of them got really successful. Some of them had to do a lot of inner work to understand their fear and their scarcity. And knowing that the way to jump out of scarcity is not to create a successful business. It's a mindset thing. It's how you perceive the world. And then I transitioned my messaging to talk about starting a business that lights you up, that you know you have a mission and you're holding back, and you really want to put this forth in a structured way that allows you to grow your business but without having to sacrifice your life, which is also true for me, but I simply shift the story. Then I started to attract people who really resonate with this, because that was part of my journey as well, when I really had a gift to share and I was holding back because I didn't know how, I didn't have any support, I didn't understand so much about funnels. That was a long time ago, but I talk about that story, and that is what attracts people into my world. So you gotta be very careful with the stories that you're telling, because these stories is what is attracting your clients and the caliber of clients that you're working. So be very mindful of this. And my last tip that I would give to you, or advice that I've realized in my own journey, is to Don't focus so much on giving value and this mentality of I'm giving value and I'm being valuable. You're forcing things. And when you're forcing things and when you're trying to do certain things, you're cutting out the magnetism that you have within you. The best thing that you can do is to really connect with your heart and what inspires you the most in this life and talk about it. Talk about it and be unapologetically you. Even if you have some points of views that are very contradicting to a lot of people, that could be very triggering to some, don't hide, don't hold back. Unless it is something that it has nothing to do with what you really want to do in life. Let's say if I'm talking about politics, I don't want to talk about it because it's irrelevant to what I do. Even though I could have points of views, I think you get my point. Connect with the things of your world, of your business, and what you're here to do, and show up fully, unapologetically. When you do this, that's when real growth happens. And it's not an algorithm kind of growth, it's you expanding into the person who can hold that amount of eyeballs and people seeing and people debating and people are agreeing with you and people disagreeing with you. But it stops to be about you when you step into this mission. It's really about what you're here to share, what you know to be truth based on your life experience, and what you want to share with the world. And that's what people need. People need authenticity. People need realness. That's what we are all seeking now, and it's hard to find because there's so many people trying to be something that they are not, trying to be seen as something that is limited. So beyond all of these strategies and all the funnels and automations, your most valuable marketing asset, it's you. Embody those qualities in every action and in every word, and you will become magnetic to the people that are meant to work with you and the type of clients that you want to work with. Try it out. I hope that helps.